The Cold War is at its peak, and the Air Force has a problem. Bombers need fuel. Fuel comes from tankers, and tankers can be shot down. They need a bomber that can stay airborne indefinitely, taking off from Texas, circling Soviet airspace for weeks, waiting for the order, always ready to strike. The solution seems obvious: nuclear power. The same technology that destroys cities could keep a plane in the air forever. It sounds like mad scientist fiction, but between 1955 and 1957, the United States actually flew a bomber with a live, critical nuclear reactor on board, not nuclear weapons. A functioning reactor generating 3 megawatts of heat, flying over American cities with nothing but lead shielding between the crew and lethal radiation. It was the most dangerous machine ever allowed in American airspace. If it crashed, it wouldn't just be a tragedy, it would be a flying Chernobyl. Welcome to ShadowWorks. Today we open the file on the Convair NB-36H, the Crusader, the plane that proved nuclear flight was possible but insane. The physics are deceptively simple. Jet engines work by heating air to create thrust, and normally you burn fuel to generate that heat. But a nuclear reactor produces essentially unlimited heat-run air directly through the reactor core. Superheat it to thousands of degrees, expel it out the back, and you have infinite thrust for as long as the reactor stays critical. No fuel tanks, no refueling, just continuous atomic fire pushing you through the sky. On paper, it's brilliant. In practice, it's a flying Chernobyl waiting to happen. But here's the nightmare. Gamma radiation doesn't care about altitude, and a 3-megawatt reactor at operational temperature is spewing lethal doses in all directions. To protect the crew from being cooked alive by their own power source, engineers had to build what they grimly called the Shadow Shield. 12 tons of lead and rubber encasing the entire cockpit like a vault. The windshield wasn't glass, it was leaded crystal 6 inches thick, tinted green from the lead content, reducing visibility to barely functional levels. The pilots weren't flying a plane. They were sealed inside a lead coffin with a tiny green-tinted window. And behind them, just 50 feet away, sat an exposed nuclear reactor pumping radiation into the sky. And here's what the Shadow Shield didn't protect: everything else. The sides of the aircraft, the rear fuselage, the tail section, completely unshielded, because adding enough lead to protect the entire plane would make it too heavy to fly. So the reactor just radiated freely in every direction except forward. The NB-36